think I fell into that, I guess the trap of spinning your wheels, trying the same thing over and over again, just like wondering, is this for me? Like, I had a lot of anxiety around whether or not streaming was even something I wanted to continue to do, just because I didn't see the point. If it was just playing a video game and me just sitting there doing it, I was like, nobody wants to watch that. And I recognized that before I had started trying to learn how to stream. I'm like, who would want to watch me just play a video game in complete and utter silence? And I think the answer is nobody, right? So I guess for me, that took a little bit of learning. It was a little bit of a learning curve. Obviously, trying something new, you're not going to have it all figured out yet. But yeah, that does bring me to the next question, which was, let's say somebody is trying to start streaming right now today, 2021. How would you, I guess, encourage them, or what kind of advice would you give them, in doing so and starting a new channel?
I'll say the same thing I always say, to just click go live, right? So someone in chat, who was it, Spencer said, stream anxiety is real, right?
Yep.
And we touched on that when I said I was nervous to go live unless I had friends to play with. And so I just tell everyone, despite that anxiety, because we all go through it, if there's someone out there that doesn't, you're a rare breed. Just go live, because the sooner that you get on there and you start earning that flight time, the faster you're going to be comfortable in front of that camera, and the faster you're going to forget it's there, at least in the sense of intimidation, because you obviously still want to play to your camera, play to your viewers, play to your stream, but you just got to click that button. You could plan out in perpetuity what you want to do, but until you just click it and start doing it,
right.
To quote you're going to spin your wheels. So the next piece of advice when you start streaming is forget about the gear. Forget about the fancy things you see other streamers using. Whatever you have, right? Like, utilize that to the best of your ability until things start to take off, or you find out that you're passionate or whatever, because A, you're going to find out that you either really love this streaming thing, and then you're going to invest and you're going to be happy with what you do, or B, you're going to find out you really hate this streaming thing, and if you waited to buy all the fancy stuff, well, then you're going to save yourself a lot of grief, right? But bottom line, you don't need the fancy stuff to get going. So it's better to stream than to look fancy, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't make a difference. So just click go live and make whatever you have work. My third piece of advice is make friends in the space, right? Like this. There's a lot of reasons for that, which, going back to what I started with, is you're going to feel more comfortable going live. If you have friends that you can play with, streaming will be a lot easier to start. It was for me, and I'm sure a couple people will agree with me. Also, they're going to help teach you things like OBS or Streamlabs or whatever, and show you or point you in the way of other resources that will help you in your streaming career. And then you'll get to do fun things like what we're doing right now, right? Like, you reached out, hey, I want to do this. And I said, abso-freaking-lutely, you're a legend, let's go.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, being friends with people in the space definitely opens the doors to really fun moments. And, like, other people will just chalk this up to content, but I see it as developing friendships, man. And I love the digital space. So, thanks again for doing this tonight. And then the final piece is that you hear this endlessly from, and like, you don't need me for stream advice. Go to YouTube, right? There's 30,000 coaches, and they're all amazing. Ashley Christ, Harris Heller, Dial Level, Nutty, fucking Andy Lippy, you name them, right? But they all say the same thing about numbers. Ignore the numbers, right? If you love what you do, that's all that matters. So, there's nothing glitzy, or you don't need to be glitzy to enjoy streaming. If you like to go live and laugh with your friends and make new friends, that should be enough for you. Anything else is just icing on the cake. So ignore the numbers and just know your worth and kill it. Like, have a blast, right? That's my best advice.
That's some great advice. And in all honesty, it took, for me, when I first started, it took me a while. I was definitely not, I had no idea what to expect. So I didn't know the Harris Hellers of the world. I didn't know the Gale Levels or the Nutties or anybody who gives stream advice. I didn't know that existed on YouTube. And so for me, learning or stumbling across these individuals was actually, months and months and months in. So what I was doing is I was cruising through, like, when I first decided, I'm going to pick this up as a hobby. Again, I didn't look for community building. I didn't look for anything other than how am I going to stream? What do I want to stream? How do I want to present, I guess, to the internet, to this digital space? I didn't see this as more of like a MySpace or a Facebook or Twitter, like a social networking site. But the more
Right.
and more the longer that I'm on Twitch, the more I realize that's exactly what this is, and that's how it could be used in order to network and to make new friends and meet new people and interact with people and find new games.